everybody! Today I'm back with another song bracket, but today, instead of it being Harry Styles, we're gonna be determining One Direction's best song. Yes, I've taken on the challenge, because this is gonna be a challenge. I thought the last one was gonna be difficult. No, I literally could have told you his best song without doing the bracket. This one, I have no clue. I have no clue what is gonna make it, what isn't. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen here. If you haven't seen me do the Harry Styles bracket, you should go check that out. I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was so fun that I would do it again today. Also because you guys told me that it was fun and I should do it again today. But basically, if you didn't see it, I made an entire bracket with every Harry Styles song, and then each seed was determined by Spotify plays. So again, I have made another bracket, this time with all One Direction songs. But here's the thing. Because One Direction has so many songs, 89 to be exact, for my sanity, I'm going to be splitting this video into two parts. Yeah. So in the first part, which is this video, we're gonna be sorting through their top 45 most streamed songs, and then we're gonna find a winner. And then in the next part, in the next video, I'm gonna sort through the remaining 44 songs and determine a winner from that, and then pit those two winners against each other and see who comes out on top. So like if you are watching this and you're like, I don't see my favorite song, I don't see Taken. It's not in this video, it's gonna be in the next video. I'm gonna try and not let my opinion sway which songs move on. I'm gonna be as unbiased as possible until I need to be. Today we're finding the best One Direction song, not my favorite. So yeah, let me show you the bracket. Welcome to the One Direction song bracket. Once again, this took me an ungodly amount of time. Oh my god, I'm so excited though. Like, this is gonna be so much fun, except some of them are not gonna be fun. Like last time, off the bat, there are some that I just don't know how I'm gonna figure out. Also, just like the last video, I have color-coded every single song based on what album they're from, just to make it more fun. So Up All Night is yellow, Take Me Home is green, Midnight Memories is red, 4 is blue, and then Made in the AM is orange. I'm not gonna explain how the seeds work because honestly I don't know like why some of the numbers are paired up against each other. It's just how it is. I'm not a sports girl, like don't ask me. Our number 1 seed is our most streamed song here, and then number 45 is the least streamed song from this list. Without further ado, let's just get into it, okay? Let's get started. Okay, let's start top left with our number 32 seed Happily from Midnight Memories against our number 33 seed Over Again. See, I gotta listen to them a little bit just to like get a little taste. Did Harry write this one? I feel like this is a Harry one. Yeah, this is a Harry one. I knew it. Over Again is a classic though. I mean, I hear that intro and I'm ready to rap. I'm ready to rap. Like the showers that are British. Over Again is good. In this case, however, Happily is the better song. I shouldn't have really questioned that. Over Again is a favorite of mine, but Happily is moving on. Happily is the better song. Let's go down to our number 24 seed, Love You Goodbye, versus our number 41 seed, Girl Almighty. Love You Goodbye is so good. I'm moving on Love You Goodbye. Listen, Girl Almighty, I love her. What's the lyric that's like with the ambulance? Isn't there a lyric in Girl Almighty that talks about an ambulance? Am I making that up? First line of the song. Wait, I'm reading the lyrics. I was saying that her love is made of no. The lyric is, some say she's such a fake that her love is made up. I'm really hoping some of y'all made the same mistake as me, because if not, that's really embarrassing. That her love is made up. Yeah, that makes more sense. Love You Goodbye is still moving on. I think Girl Almighty is fun, but Love You Goodbye it's so... Love You Goodbye is superior. Okay, this next one. We have our number 25 seed, AM, versus our number 40 seed, Temporary Fix. AM is... Won't you stay to the AM? Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love Temporary Fix. I do. I really do. One of their horniest songs, may I say. AM is moving on. AM is a quintessential One Direction song. Temporary Fix, again, I love it, but I think I prefer the lyrics of AM. Talking out of our asses. Dude, I remember when they put the word asses in their song. Last song on the album, they say asses. I was like... My boys are corrupt. They're corrupt. They've gone to the dark side. They're now cursing in their music. Our next pairing is seed 29, Fireproof, versus our number 36 seed, Rock Me. Now, Rock Me is one that I am just shocked ended up in the top 45 to begin with. Like, what is Rock Me doing here? I didn't realize y'all were streaming Rock Me that much. But what's not shocking is the fact that Fireproof is gonna move on. Come on, dude. Do y'all know Curtis Connor has a Fireproof tattoo? I love that man. Yeah, Fireproof is just, it's just better. I'm sorry, Rock Me has like the worst lyrics. Rock Me is just so like, oh, it's very blunt. You want me to what? Exactly. Let's move on to our number 20 seed, Strong, versus our number 45 seed, I Want to Write You a Song. This one is really a test of me saying I'm gonna be as unbiased as possible because I don't like I Want to Write You a Song compared to Strong, especially. Strong is, I'm sorry if I say I need you. I feel like I Want to Write You a Song is just kind of boring to me, especially since it's kind of acoustic, and if you didn't know, I hate acoustic music. There is a part that I really love. This, it's the best part of the song. Strong is really strong, like as a song. Like Strong makes me feel things. Maybe Strong is better. I think I'm gonna move on Strong. I think it's just more exciting. I Want to Write You a Song is kind of one note. This next one. We have Seed 21, Infinity, versus Seed 44, Never Enough. Now, before I move this song on, I just want to give props to Never Enough. Never Enough is really good. Never Enough is one of my girls. I love it a lot. But I do just have to move Infinity on. That one is a given. Like I have to move Infinity on. Now we have Seed 28, Where Do Broken Hearts Go, versus Seed 37, Last First Kiss. This one's really difficult. Now listen, Take Me Home I love. I love Take Me Home. I'm never gonna dog on it just because it's one of their first albums. However, Where Do Broken Hearts Go? Where Do Broken Hearts Go is moving on. There's a reason that Louis chose to sing Where Do Broken Hearts Go on his last tour and not Last First Kiss. You know what I mean? But I do love Last First Kiss. Baby, I wanna know, hey, what you think? Is that the right song? I get Last First Kiss and Loved You First confused sometimes. Yeah, I'm right. Maybe I wanna know, maybe I. Okay. Okay, we have finished the little bump outs on the left side. Yeah, we're done with part of it. Let's move over to the right side. First up, we've got Seed 31, What a Feeling, versus Seed 34, More Than This. More Than This, one of the only songs from Up All Night that made it into this half of the bracket. Need I say anything? What a feeling to be right here. I'm beside you now. Hey, holding you in my arms. What a Feeling's moving on, if you didn't catch that. I do like More Than This, but I love What a Feeling. We're not competing for my favorite here. I know my favorite, and she's coming up. But I think What a Feeling is just a better song. Like, I feel like, honestly, What a Feeling, if they had played What a Feeling like on the radio or something, I don't think people would have realized it was One Direction. I think it stands alone, and I think it's just superior. It's just so much better. Speaking of my favorite, let's go on to Seed 23, Stockholm Syndrome, versus Seed 42, Wolves. This is really gonna test me, because here's the thing. Stockholm Syndrome is my favorite One Direction song. Some might even say it's my all-time favorite song. I'm very tempted to move on Stockholm Syndrome because I feel like, well, clearly people like it more than Wolves. It's like 20 spaces higher in streams. And I think there's a reason for that, you know? I feel like Stockholm Syndrome is kind of a different sound for them. Thank you, Harry. Thank you to my man. I'm sorry. Stockholm Syndrome is moving on. Here's my reasoning. And it's not just because it's my favorite song. It's because I think, again, Stockholm Syndrome is just more exciting of a song. Not saying Wolves is bad. Wolves is an amazing song. Stockholm Syndrome, though, I feel like is more, there's more to it. Also, that remix with The Weeknd. Okay, let's move on. Okay, here were two songs that I really could not care less about. We've got Seed 26, Fool's Gold, versus Seed 39, Ready to Run. Honestly, I'm surprised both of these ended up in the top half of the streamed songs. Oh, dude, I think I gotta do Ready to Run for the bridge. Hello? Did I forget Zayn's bridge in this? Guys, I think Ready to Run is a better song. Fool's Gold, again, feels like one note. I feel like Ready to Run is exciting, and I love a good bridge. A bridge, especially one that Zayn is gonna be doing. Zayn's bridges in One Direction songs are actually immaculate. Splendiferous. Let's move on to Seed 30, End of the Day, versus Seed 35, Walking in the Wind. These are really odd pairings. Like, I don't know what to base my thoughts on. Like, okay. Walking in the Wind is such a beautiful song. Oh my god, Harry's Oh yeah! This one is actually really difficult because I do like both of these songs. This might be one where I have to flip a coin. I don't know if I want to utilize flipping a coin so early on, but guys, this one's hard. I think I'm gonna go with End of the Day because I think it's a cult classic for One Direction. Walking in the Wind I really do love. End of the Day, I feel like more people like it. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with my gut. My gut is telling me End of the Day. And I don't want to be sitting here until the end of the day trying to figure it out. So Oh, we've got two album titles paired up against each other, okay? We've got Seed 22, Midnight Memories versus Seed 43, Up All Night. I don't really like either of these title tracks. They're not the best from their respective albums. I'm surprised Up All Night is in here. I mean, it is one of the last ones in the list, but I mean, it's up here nonetheless. Like, she made it. I think Up All Night is a classic though. Like, Katy Perry is on replay. She's on replay. I wish we had gotten a music video for Up All Night. I would be really curious to see what that would look like. I have a vision in my head of what it would look like. I think they're both classics, but I'm gonna move on Midnight Memories. Midnight Memories is actually better because it has a Nile solo. Ever think about it that way? No, probably not. But I did. So we're gonna move that on. Oh god. Okay, Seed 27, Half a Heart versus Seed 38, Diana. If I'm talking about One Direction songs, you know I'm gonna mention the fact that I hate Half a Heart. I hate it. I'm sorry. It is one of my least favorite songs from them. Like, I don't even know what it sounds like. That sounds like more than this. Like, it's boring. Versus Diana, would you absolutely hate me for using my bias in this? I'm only ever gonna use my bias in this scenario. I haven't used it the entire time. I think Diana is a better song. I do. I think Diana is a better song. Half a Heart, there's a reason I hate it. Did any of the boys write on Half a Heart? No, it wasn't even written by any of them. That's how you know it's bad. Half a Heart wasn't written by any of them. Diana, I'm pretty sure that's Louis. It's Louis and Liam, the duo for writing One Direction songs. So Diana is moving on. There is literally no question about it. I'm sorry. Y'all can attack me all you want. That's not gonna change the fact that Diana is a better song. Oh my god, we've done it. Let's move back over to the left side and get these main brackets done. After we get these main brackets done, it's gonna go by quick, okay? Okay, top left, we have our number 1 seed, Night Changes, versus our number 32 seed, Happily. Night Changes is a classic, okay? That music video changed lives. Yeah, Night Changes is moving on. Our number 16 seed, Right Now, versus our number 17 seed, No Control. Now, if I was personally choosing this, I would choose No Control, because it's No Control. Right Now has more streams than No Control. I might have to use my bias one more time. I think No Control has to move on. I feel like No Control is another one that's so engraved into like One Direction history. So I'm gonna move No Control. Let's move down to our number 9 seed, History, versus our number 24 seed, Love You Goodbye. Oh, I'm really thinking about this one because I feel like I should move History, right? I mean, it's so much higher up than Love You Goodbye in streams. Not that that makes it better. Oh my god, what song is Many Bars, Expensive Cars? That's History, dude. History's gonna move on. History makes me want to cry. History is a quintessential One Direction song. Let's move on to our number 25 seed, AM, versus our number 8 seed, 18. I have made a huge fuss on my channel about how much I dislike Ed Sheeran's writing for One Direction. So we already know 18 is not one of my favorites. AM though, AM is moving on. And I'm not gonna spend any more time on it. Okay, I said what I said. Let's move on to our number 4 seed, Drag Me Down, which recently just hit 1 billion streams on Spotify. That's crazy to me. Honestly, I didn't realize how popular that song was. Versus our number 29 seed, Fireproof. Dude, are you joking? This is so difficult. In the shocking twist of events, I talked Fireproof up a lot, and Fireproof I prefer. I like Fireproof more, but you know, I actually really like Drag Me Down too. And I feel like Drag Me Down might be better. Next is our number 20 seed, Strong, versus our number 13 seed, Kiss You. I think I'm gonna move Kiss You, actually. Something shifted in the universe when they released Kiss You. You know what I mean? Man, I love that song. That is a pop classic, dude. Let's move on to another from Take Me Home. We have seed 12, They Don't Know About Us, versus our number 21 seed, Infinity. Guys, I did not realize how many streams They Don't Know About Us had. It's significantly higher up than Infinity, which is shocking to me. I don't think I would be debating this much if They Don't Know About Us wasn't so high up in streams. But They Don't Know About Us? Like, I didn't realize y'all were cool like that. Like, I love They Don't Know About Us. You've got Niall and Zayn soloing in the bridge. Vocally, it might be better. But Infinity, I keep going back. Infinity, just because it is so pinnacle to Directioners. I am gonna move Infinity. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm moving Infinity. I have to move Infinity, like what? Okay, let's move on. We've got our number 28 seed. Oh wait, I didn't even realize. I was talking about Louis when I said Where Do Broken Hearts Go, and it's our number 28 seed. Okay, we have our number 28 seed, Where Do Broken Hearts Go, against our number 5 seed, Perfect. Listen, I love Perfect, actually. I don't listen to One Direction all the time. I listen to them a lot, don't get me wrong, but a lot of their discography I kind of ignore because it's been overplayed for so many years, and then it's like rediscovering the music again. But Perfect was one one of those where I like listen to it again and I'm like, whoa. Where Do Broken Hearts Go is moving on though. Where Do Broken Hearts Go is gonna get stuck in my head every time I hear it. Okay, the left side, we have narrowed it down. Let's move back over to the right side. Up at the top, we've got our number 2 seed, Story of My Life, versus our number 31 seed, What a Feeling. Oh my god. Story of My Life has to move on. Such a beautiful song. I love Story of My Life. I need to listen to it more. Story of My Life is moving on. It's so good. It's so good. And don't get me wrong, I love What a Feeling, but I think Story of My Life is better. Seed 15, One Thing, versus seed number 18, If I Could Fly. Personally, if I wasn't trying to find their best song, if I was just doing like my favorites, One Thing would move on because I think that is forever going to be one of the best pop songs of like the 2010s. If I Could Fly though, I mean, it is such a beautiful song. Another one, like, guys, none of the boys are choosing to sing One Thing on tour, but one of them did sing If I Could Fly. Like, you know what I mean? Let's cut the chitter chatter. If I Could Fly is moving on. We have our number 10 seed, You and I, versus our number 23 seed, Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, they really had to pair two of my favorite One Direction songs up against each other, didn't they? They just had to. They, like, knew, and they're like, this is really gonna her up. So yeah, let's do that, I guess. It's incredibly rude because now you're forcing me to move You and I on. Like, You and I has to, I'm sorry, it has to move on. It's really hard because these are definitely top 5 One Direction songs for me, obviously. You'd think I'd feel like bad about leaving my baby Stockholm Syndrome behind, but honestly I don't. I feel good about this decision. Now we have our number 26 seed, Ready to Run, versus our number 7 seed, Little Things. Guys, Little Things is the only skip off Take Me Home. So Ready to Run, again, I'm gonna use my bias on this one. Ready to Run is moving on. So on to our number 3 seed, What Makes You Beautiful, versus our number 30 seed, End of the Day. End of the Day is better, right? What Makes You Beautiful, it's not bad, but I think lyrically it's just not comparing to End of the Day. I'm trying to figure out what seed 14 is because I shortened it because it had a long title and then I don't remember what song that is. Oh, it's Live While We're Young. Okay, I should have known. Our number 14 seed, Live While We're Young, against our number 19 seed, Olivia. Guys, Olivia has to move on. Olivia is the better song. Thank you, Harry, again. Next up, we've got a head-to-head of Midnight Memories songs. We've got seed 11, Best Song Ever, up against seed 22, Midnight Memories. And you know what? In this case, I am gonna agree with the song title and say that Best Song Ever is the better of the two. Oh my god, I have the hiccups. Yeah, Best Song Ever, like the title says, it's the best song. Could you imagine if I did all of this just to be like, well, y'all should have known. It's literally called the Best Song Ever. Why wouldn't it be like the best One Direction song? I don't think it's gonna make it that far, but I do think it's better than Midnight Memories. Okay, last up on the right side, we have our number 38 seed, Diana, versus our number 6 seed, Steal My Girl. I think I'm gonna move Diana. I mean, nothing much to say about it. I think Steal My Girl might be a little boring. We're narrowing it down. Slowly but surely, we are narrowing it down. Let's go. Back up to the top left, we have our number 1 seed. I didn't even talk about this. Why is Night Changes the most streamed song? We have Night Changes versus No Control. I think I'm gonna move Night Changes. Night Changes is moving on. Alrighty. History versus AM. I didn't want it to come to this. I'm gonna move History. I think History is more special. Drag Me Down versus Kiss You. Oh my god. Oh my god, what? I think I'm gonna move Drag Me Down. Drag Me Down might be better, yeah. Infinity versus Where Do Broken Hearts Go? Infinity. Oh my god, we're literally just gonna have 4 and Made in the AM, I swear. Story of My Life versus If I Could Fly. I think I'm gonna go Story of My Life. You and I versus Ready to Run. You and I. Dude, no question about it, You and I is the better song. And that's not my opinion, that is a fact. Okay. End of the Day versus Olivia. Okay, this one was actually hard. I love you, End of the Day. I'm really sorry, but Olivia's moving on. All right, Best Song Ever versus Diana. This one's really got me, dude. I am going to flip a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin. Best Song Ever is heads. Let's see. Best Song Ever is moving on. I think I was gonna do that anyways. Okay, we are now going to narrow it down to our top 4. There's no Up All Night or Take Me Home in this final so far, which I'm actually not shocked by. I could have put money on that. Night Changes versus History. I think I'm gonna go Night Changes. Guys, I think I'm gonna go Night Changes. I might regret that, but I'm gonna keep going. Drag Me Down versus Infinity. I'm gonna go Drag Me Down. It's made it this far. That should say something. Story of My Life versus You and I. 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 That one, I think You and I is better. Okay. Olivia versus Best Song Ever. Olivia's gonna beat Best Song Ever. I'm actually surprised Olivia made it that far. Here's our top 4. Night Changes, You and I, Drag Me Down, and Olivia. Now remember, this is just, determining the winner from this part, so this is not the official best One Direction song. We're not there yet. That'll come in the next video. Night Changes versus Drag Me Down. I've been thinking a lot about this one. Thought about it for at least 5 seconds. Night Changes is moving on. Our first of the top 2 is Night Changes. I'm okay with it. Okay, You and I versus Olivia. Guys, I love Olivia. I don't love Olivia that much. You and I is better. Here we are, our top 2 for part 1 of their most streamed songs. These are the top 2, Night Changes versus You and I. Here's what I'm gonna do, actually. I'm not gonna claim one winner from this part, okay? No. We're gonna keep these top 2. And then we're gonna get a top 2 in the next part. And those are gonna face off based on streams. So this is actually it. Our top 2 of the top streamed One Direction songs are Night Changes and You and I. I am perfectly fine with that. So I think this is where this video is going to end. We have got our top 2 and they will face off against the next top 2 that we decide in the next video out of the other half of One Direction songs. I hope you're enjoying these bracket videos. I think they're a lot of fun. If they're not, you need to let me know. But I am going to be doing a part 2 in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe down below. For more videos from me, you should subscribe down below so you can get notified when the second part of this video comes up. I'm gonna go listen to some more One Direction and eventually prepare myself for the next part. Okay, bye!